Okay, let's get into your reading, Gemini. Are you ready? Are you steady? Because you are about to be pursued so hard romantically that it is going to make your head spin. And I don't mean someday, I mean soon. Very, very soon. It is incoming. It is already in motion. And here's the twist that made me sit up straight at this table tonight. It is not one person, it is two. Two people have their eyes on you right now. Two people are thinking about you as I speak. Two people want to make things work with you. And both of them believe deep in their bones that you are the one for them. But here's the thing, loves. Only one of them can be the one for you. And by the end of this reading, you are going to know exactly who they both are. There is passion in this energy, intimacy, attraction, chemistry that crackles, conversations that light you up, the kind of pursuit that makes you feel wanted in a way you haven't felt in a long, long time. And if this reading has found you tonight, out of everything you could have pressed play on, then it found you on purpose, because this energy only lands on the people it was made for. Trust, trust, trust that this reached you at the exact moment it was meant to. So before we go one card deeper, here's what I need from you, and I want you to actually do it. I want you to comment down below. I am being pursued, not I will be, not I hope to be. I am being pursued, present tense. Because the universe answers the tense you speak in. Speak it like it's happening and watch it happen. Then like this reading so it saves to your likes. And make sure you are subscribed, because I am telling you, loves, when you subscribe and claim these energies, it locks in. Mark my words. Watch what unfolds in your life over the next few weeks. I am not joking with you. This reading is laced with energy. It found you first for a reason. Claim it, signal it to the universe, and boom, it manifests. And loves, I want to explain why the present tense matters so much. Because words are not descriptions. Words are instructions. When you say, I hope to be pursued, you instruct the universe to keep you hoping. When you say, I am being pursued, you instruct it to make it so. Your words draw the blueprint, and your belief pours the foundation. So when you type that comment, type it like a fact. Type it the way you type your own name. Certain, unquestioned, already true. Because in the unseen, loves, it already is. Now let me tell you what your energy felt like before I turned a single card. Because you arrived at this table glowing. And I don't think you even know it. There is a magnetism around you right now that you cannot see from the inside. But people around you can feel it. You've probably noticed it in small ways already. The stranger who held eye contact a beat too long. The message that came out of nowhere. The old name that suddenly appeared on your phone. The compliment you brushed off. Loves, none of that was random. That was the pursuit beginning, the first ripples before the wave. And underneath the glow, I feel a question in you, a tired little question that's been sitting in your chest for a while. Does anyone actually see me? Because you have been overlooked before. You have been the option when you should have been the choice. You have watched people you gave everything to give their effort to someone else. And it taught you to expect crumbs. Well, tonight the universe is flipping that table completely, because you are about to go from overlooked to fought over, and I need you to be ready for how different that feels. Because here's what nobody tells you about being pursued after a drought. It can feel uncomfortable at first, almost suspicious, when you're used to begging for basic effort. Real effort feels like a trick. When you're used to crumbs, a whole feast makes you check the food for poison. And I need you to catch yourself when that happens, loves. Because sabotage wears clever disguises. It dresses up as standards, as caution, as I'm just being smart. There is a difference between discernment and armor. Discernment looks closely, Armor refuses to look at all. Stay discerning, but loves, please, take the armor off before they arrive. Because both of them are coming toward the real you, and the real you deserves to be found. The first card to fall for you is the Ace of Wands. And there it is, the spark itself. The Ace of Wands is raw ignition, power, clarity, passion, excitement, desire in its purest form. This is the universe striking the match on your love life. And an ace always means a beginning, loves, not a continuation of old confusion, a clean new flame. This pursuit is not going to be lukewarm. It is not going to be maybe energy. It is going to be hot, direct, undeniable. You will not have to squint to see if someone likes you. It will be written across their whole behavior. And I want you to notice something about where this ace landed. First, before either face, before either name, because the spark belongs to you, loves, not to them. This fire starts inside your own energy field, which means it goes wherever you go. It is not tied to one person's attention. It cannot be taken by one person's absence. You are the flame, they are the moths. And I need you to hold on to that all the way through this reading, because when two people pursue at once, it is so easy to make it about them, their timing, their feelings, their choice. No, loves. This whole season is about you. Your magnetism, your worth, your decision. They are responding to something you carry. Never forget which direction the gravity flows. And right behind the spark, the first face steps forward. The Magician. Oh, this is the new one. This is the person you have not met yet, or have only just barely crossed paths with. No history, no baggage between you. Completely fresh. And the Magician is ruled by Mercury, loves, which means this person is an exceptional communicator. They say what they mean what they say. They know what they want in life, and they are not shy about it. This is the person who says, hey, would you like to meet up Thursday, or should we do a call tonight? Proactive, decisive, clear. You will never have to chase clarity with this one. You will never sit there wondering, are you still interested? Do you still see a future? Do you think of me the way I think of you? You will never have to ask, because they answer those questions before you can even form them with their actions every single day. And let me tell you what else the Magician carries. Because this card is the card of someone who has everything they need already laid out on their table. All four suits: the cup, the coin, the sword, the wand. Emotion, resources, intellect, passion. This is a person with their life genuinely together, not performing togetherness, actually living it. They have direction. They have means. They have follow through. When they say they'll call, the phone rings. When they make a plan, the plan happens. And there is a quiet confidence about them that has nothing to prove. They don't peacock. They don't love bomb. They don't perform. They simply do. And after everything you've been through, doing is going to feel like poetry. And I know what some of you are already feeling about this new person. Caution, because of what your past put you through. You're going to want to take it slow. Dip your toes in little by little. And loves, that is completely okay. The Magician doesn't rush you. This person is so secure in what they want that your careful pace doesn't scare them at all. They'll simply keep showing up, steady as a heartbeat, until your guard lowers on its own. And notice how healing that is, loves, because you've never had that before, have you? Someone whose interest survives your caution. In the past, the moment you pulled back to protect yourself, people vanished, which taught you a terrible lesson, that you had to perform openness you didn't feel, or lose people entirely. The Magician breaks that pattern. This person reads your caution correctly, as care, not coldness. They understand that anything worth having is guarded, and they treat earning your trust like the privilege it is, not the inconvenience your past made it seem. But now, the second face, the High Priestess, and this is the familiar one. This is the person you have known. Maybe someone from your past you were romantically connected to. Maybe someone you worked with. Someone who has been circling your life. And the High Priestess tells me everything about how this connection has felt. Mysterious, veiled, unclear. You have never fully known where you stand with this person, have you? You've had to read between the lines, study their silences, decode their mixed signals. Some of you have literally sat with readings just like this one, trying to figure out what is going on in their head, their feelings, their timing, whether they'll ever step forward. You have done the digging, the investing, the wondering, and it has taken so much more out of you than the new person ever would. But I want to be honest about why the High Priestess sits over this person. Because she is not only mystery, loves, she is depth. There are real feelings behind that veil. Feelings this person has never known how to bring into the light. Some people love loudly, and some people love in secret. And this one has been loving you in secret, watching you from behind their own walls, rehearsing conversations they never started, typing messages they never sent. And I know that doesn't excuse the silence. It doesn't. You deserved words. But it does explain the pull you feel, because part of you has always sensed what was hidden there. Your intuition read what their mouth never said. And your intuition loves was not wrong. There's one more thing about this familiar person I have to say. Because I feel some of you tensing up at the mention of the past, worried this means going backward. And I want to be clear, the person returning is not the person who left. Time has been working on them the way the Eight of Pentacles works on its coins, chipping away at the pride, the fear, the avoidance, whatever made them slow before. And when they step forward this time, you will actually feel the difference in the first conversation. They will speak more plainly than they ever have. They will own things they never owned. And if they don't, if they arrive with the same old fog, then loves, you have your answer. And a whole magician waiting on the other path. And the next card confirms exactly why. The Eight of Pentacles. Work in progress. This familiar connection has been slow built, loves, piece by piece, coin by coin. Things have been up in the air, undefined, always almost. And I want to be fair to this person because the Eight of Pentacles is not a lazy card. They have been working on themselves, working on their circumstances, working up their courage. The slowness was never because you didn't matter. The slowness was because you mattered so much they were terrified of doing it wrong. But slow is still slow, loves. And you have been the one paying for their pace. And I want to honor something here, because carrying an undefined connection is one of the heaviest things a heart can do. A breakup at least has edges. A beginning has fireworks. But the in-between, the almost, the maybe, it has no shape at all. So you've been carrying fog, and fog is heavier than stone because you can never put it down. You couldn't grieve them because nothing officially ended. You couldn't celebrate them because nothing officially began. And loves, that limbo ends inside this reading's window. The Eight of Pentacles is the last card of the waiting era. The work completes, the fog lifts, and whichever way it resolves, you finally get edges. You finally get to set something down. So right off the bat, let's just be honest about the shape of this choice. One of these connections is easier. The new one flows, communicates, moves. And one of these connections is deeper in your history. The familiar one tugs at your heartstrings in a way the new one simply can't yet. Because history is heavy. History has roots and loves. Here is the most important sentence in this entire reading. It is going to be your choice, not fate's choice, not their choice. yours. Both of these people want you. Both of these people are going to pursue you. Both of these connections can genuinely work. And the one you choose becomes the one, because the one was never some single soul hidden in 8 billion people loves. The one is the person you choose and who chooses you back with their whole chest every single day. And I know that idea might feel strange at first, because we are raised on the fairy tale of the single soulmate, the one perfect person hidden somewhere in the crowd. And if you miss them, you've missed love forever. Love's that story was always a cage. Real love is not a needle in a haystack. Real love is a garden. More than one seed can grow there. What makes a person the one is not fate finding them. It is two people deciding, day after day, year after year, I choose you again. That decision is the magic, not the meeting, the choosing. And that is why this reading puts the power exactly where it belongs, in your hands. So let me show you what each path actually holds, because you deserve to choose with your eyes open for the new person, the magician. The next card that falls is the Empress. Oh, loves. The Empress is abundance in love, family, fertility, a life built together. Yes, you could have children with this person if that is what your heart wants. You could build a whole world with them. There is love here, intimacy, real chemistry, no lack of it whatsoever. But the part of the Empress I want you to hear most is this. This person lets you blossom. They don't shrink you. They don't compete with you. They don't dim you to feel bigger. They water you. They cheer for your dreams like the dreams were their own. With this person, you become the fullest version of yourself. Cherished, appreciated, wholeheartedly seen. And I want to paint what daily life with the Empress energy actually looks like, because it's the small things that tell the truth. It looks like coming home to someone who asks about your day and actually listens to the answer. It looks like your dreams being taken seriously at the dinner table. Your art, your business idea, your wild little plan met with how can we make that happen instead of be realistic. It looks like being touched gently, spoken to softly, celebrated loudly. It looks like abundance too, loves, because the Empress is a wealthy card, comfort, beauty, a home that feels like a sanctuary. A love where nothing is scarce, not affection, not attention, not provision. A love where you finally stop rationing yourself. And for the familiar person, the High Priestess, their card falls and it's the Ace of Cups. And I actually laughed softly when I saw this, loves, because look how evenly matched this is. An ace for an ace, an offer for an offer. If this card had been dark, I would tell you, I'd say, loves, let's just set this person down and walk away. But that is not what this is. The Ace of Cups is an overflowing heart. This familiar person is going to finally emotionally express what they feel for you, out loud, in words, the words you have waited on. They are going to try to make things right, make up for the slowness, make up for the confusion. And loves, there is proposal energy inside this cup. I mean that. An offer of real commitment, of depth, of taking this connection to the next level and then the level after that. Love, understanding, respect, progression. The very things their silence made you doubt, poured out all at once. And I want to prepare you for how that moment might feel. Because when a quiet person finally speaks their heart, it can knock the air out of you. You have imagined this conversation so many times that the real one might feel unreal. You might go numb. You might get defensive. You might want to make them wait the way they made you wait. And loves, whatever you feel in that moment is allowed. You don't owe them an instant yes just because they finally arrived. The Ace of Cups is their offer, not your obligation. Take the cup, look inside it, take your time. A love that made you wait this long can wait a little while for your answer. And because I want you to know that what I'm saying is what I'm actually seeing, I pulled one more layer for each of them. For the familiar person, the Chariot movement loves. After all that stalling, all that almost, the Chariot means this person finally drives forward, determined, focused, reins in hand. When they come with momentum. And for the new person, the Queen of Wands, magnetic confidence, warmth, fire, a connection where you are adored and celebrated, where you walk into rooms together and people feel your energy before you speak. So you see the truth of it now. It works with both. It genuinely works with both, which is exactly why the choice belongs to you. Let me sit with the Chariot for a moment longer, because there is something you need to know about this person's arrival. When a slow person finally moves, they move all at once. The Chariot doesn't stroll, it charges. So do not be surprised if the familiar one goes from silence to full pursuit almost overnight. Calls, plans, declarations, presence, the whole dam breaking at once. And the Queen of Wands deserves her moment too, because with the new person, you are not just loved, you are shown off. This is a connection with warmth other people can feel from across the room. Friends will say you're glowing. Strangers will assume you've been together for years. There is a natural fire between you that never needs stoking. It simply burns, steady and bright. Two very different loves, both completely real. And let me name the deeper texture of each path, because the details matter when you're choosing. With the familiar person, there is this longing for things to finally be equal, mutual emotional expression after so much one-sidedness, a solid connection that wants to prove itself now, to progress, to repair, to build on the history instead of being buried by it. And with the new person, there is comfort, peace, stability, someone who wants to make your life easier just because easing your life makes them happy. Someone who wants to build with you from the ground up. No repairs needed because nothing was ever broken. Deeper and deeper, further and further. A love that only knows one direction, forward. It is such a beautiful, beautiful energy, loves, so powerful, so strong, on both sides of the crossroads. And I want to hear it, loves. I want you to tell me in the comments, which one would you choose? The familiar one, the history, the heartstrings, the slow flame that finally roars, or the new one, the clean page, the easy flow, the love that never made you cry first. Tell me down below, familiar or new. And of course, it's your personal life, and you never have to share. But I find it so fascinating, and reading your answers is one of my favorite things in this whole world. And while you're typing, let me tell you something I've noticed over years at this table. Most people already know. The moment I asked the question, a name flashed in your mind before you could stop it. That flash, loves, that half second before the overthinking arrived, that was your soul answering. Everything after that flash is just your fear negotiating. I'm not telling you to act on it tonight. I'm just telling you to remember it. Write it down somewhere private if you have to, because when both pursuits are in full swing and your head is spinning, you'll want to remember what your soul said, back when the question was still simple. Now let's go deeper into what happens after you choose, because a card slides out here that made my breath catch. The Two of Cups, the meeting of equals. Whichever person you choose, loves, this is what it becomes. Mutual, balanced, even. Two cups raised at the same height. No more loving at a loss. No more being the one who texts first, tries harder, forgives more. The Two of Cups is love that meets you in the middle every single time. And after the connections you've survived, Meeting in the middle is going to feel like a miracle. Because think about what you've called love before, loves. You've called anxiety love. You've called effort love. You've called waiting by the phone love. You learn to measure love by how much it cost you. And the Two of Cups comes to unteach every bit of that. Real love is not expensive. Real love is not earned through suffering. Real love is two people handing each other the same size cup, filled the same amount, refilled without being asked. And in those first weeks with your chosen person, you are going to keep waiting for the imbalance to appear, the moment where you start giving more and receiving less, and it will simply never come. Week after week, even after even, until one day you realize you've stopped keeping score entirely because nobody's losing anymore. And then the Lovers, of course, the card of the sacred choice itself. And I love that it landed here at the end of the spread instead of the beginning, because the Lovers is not just romance, loves. It is the moment of choosing with heaven watching, the angel above the two figures blessing whichever path is taken in love and truth, which tells me something so comforting: you cannot get this wrong. As long as you choose from your heart and not from your fear, the universe blesses the choice. There is no trapdoor here, no punishment path, just two real loves and one beautiful decision. And here is how you will actually know, loves, because I can feel some of you already spiraling about choosing wrong. Your body will tell you, not your anxiety, your body. Pay attention to how you feel after you spend time with each of them, not during, after. During can lie, chemistry is loud, history is louder, but after never lies. After one of them, you will feel drained, analyzing, replaying. After the other, you will feel rested, like you just set something heavy down. Choose the one you feel rested after. Peace is the compass, loves, not fireworks. Fireworks fade in seconds. Peace builds a 50-year marriage. And one final card before the whispers. The Sun. Joy, loves. Pure, uncomplicated joy sitting at the bottom of this entire situation. Whichever door you walk through, sunlight is on the other side. Laughter, warmth, vitality, a love you don't have to explain or defend or decode. The sun is the universe's way of underlining everything this table has said tonight. You are not choosing between good and bad. You are choosing between good and good. And loves. What a problem to have. And do you realize what a season you are stepping into? Because most people spend their whole lives hoping one person will truly want them, and you are about to have two. I need you to receive that as the compliment from the universe that it is. This is your energy being answered. This is every ounce of love you ever poured out, circling back to you doubled. Because energy never disappears, loves, it only travels. And everything you sent out into the wrong people didn't die there. It bounced. It's been ricocheting through the universe gathering speed, and now it's coming back down with two names attached to it. You didn't waste that love, you launched it. And this season is the landing. Now let's talk timing, because I know you're wondering, and what I feel around this is short-term, loves. Genuinely short-term. This is not a someday reading. This is a weeks, not years reading. The Ace of Wands is already lit. Aces don't sit in the deck warming up. They strike. I feel the first clear sign arriving within days to weeks of you hearing my voice. A message, an invitation, an unmistakable shift in someone's behavior toward you. And once the first domino tips, the rest follow fast. So keep your eyes open starting now, tonight even, because energy like this doesn't wait politely. It arrives, and when it arrives, I want you to do something for me. Enjoy it. I mean, truly enjoy it, loves. Because I know your instinct will be to fast forward, to figure out the ending, to solve the choice before you've even lived the pursuit. Don't. You have spent so long in the desert that you deserve to feel every drop of this rain. Let yourself be flattered. Let yourself be taken to dinner. Let yourself get the long messages and the good morning texts from 2 directions at once. There is nothing wrong with being adored while you decide. As long as you're honest, there is no crime in being wanted. This season is a gift, loves. Unwrap it slowly. Now, before I bring this home, there are 7 small whispers left at the bottom of this reading. The quiet symbols, the fine print of your destiny. And these are always my favorite part, loves, because the big cards shout, but the whispers confirm. So lean in close. The first whisper is 2 birds. 2 birds circling the same branch. Your 2 admirers confirmed one more time in the leaves themselves. And birds always mean messages, loves. Both of them are going to reach out, and I feel them coming close together, possibly the same week, possibly the same day. One of those strange days where the universe shows off. So watch your phone, and when it happens, remember you heard it here first. The second whisper is the flame. Passion, desire, attraction that neither of them can hide. You are going to feel wanted, loves, genuinely, openly wanted. Get used to the feeling. The third whisper is the crossroads. The choice itself, drawn right there in the leaves. 2 clear paths, both open, both lit, and you standing at the center holding all the power. And notice, loves, neither path in the leaves is dark. Neither one is crumbling. The leaves are agreeing with the lovers. There is no wrong turn here, only 2 right ones. And the freedom to walk your favorite. The fourth whisper is the heart. Love given and returned in equal measure. Whichever path you take, the heart travels with you because the love was never in them, loves. It was always in you. You bring the heart to whichever door you open. The fifth whisper is the envelope. A declaration is coming, loves. Words, real words, spoken or written. One of these 2 is going to say something that changes everything, and I feel it coming sooner than you think. It might arrive casually, tucked inside an ordinary conversation, a sentence that starts small and suddenly isn't. So listen closely in your ordinary moments, loves, because the extraordinary loves to hide there. The sixth whisper is the key. A door unlocking. A situation that was stuck, suddenly open. For some of you, this is the familiar person finally stepping out from behind the veil, the answer you've been digging for, handed to you freely at last. And the seventh whisper, the last symbol of this entire reading. The ring. And I just smiled, loves, because the leaves are agreeing with the Ace of Cups. Commitment sits at the end of this story. Real, offered, lasting commitment. This is not a season of flings, loves. This is the season your person steps forward. Whichever one you crown. The crown is real. The leaves don't show rings for situationships. They show rings for endings that begin things, for choices that hold, for the kind of love that gets a date on a calendar. So let me lay it all out one final time, slowly, so it settles into your bones. 2 people want you. One is new, the magician, clear, proactive, a communicator who never makes you guess, carrying the Empress, a whole blossoming life, and the Queen of Wands, fire and adoration. One is familiar, the High Priestess, the mystery you've been decoding, slow built through the 8 of Pentacles, but arriving now with the Ace of Cups overflowing, proposal energy in their hands, and the Chariot finally driving them forward. Both are real. Both are coming, and the one you choose becomes the one, because the 2 of Cups promises it will be equal, the Lovers promises heaven blesses your choice, and the Sun promises that either way, joy is waiting on the other side. And one day, maybe a year from now, you're going to be sitting somewhere warm, with your chosen person's hand in yours, and this exact night is going to drift back to you, the night you sat alone wondering if anyone was coming, while 2 people were already on their way. And you're going to smile at how worried you were, the way we always smile at old worries once life has answered them. So let tonight be the last night you doubt it, loves. The pursuit is real, the choice is yours, and the ending, whichever one you write, is happy. So here is the one thing I want you to carry this week. Just one. When the pursuit begins, and it will begin, do not shrink from being wanted. Your old wounds are going to whisper that it's too good to be true, and I want you to answer them out loud. I am allowed to be chosen. 5 words. Say them every time the doubt creeps in. I am allowed to be chosen. Because loves, you are. You always were. The drought never meant otherwise. Droughts end, and yours is ending in the most abundant way possible. Not one raindrop, 2 whole storms. And that is where I leave you tonight, with 2 hearts turning toward you and all the power in your hands. Comment, I am being pursued down below to seal this in. Tell me familiar or new. I'll be reading every answer. Save this reading so you can come back when it all unfolds. Make sure you are subscribed so this energy locks in for you. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.